I'm Teresa Fox. I'm one half of Glam Doll Donuts.
I'm Arwyn Birch. I'm the other half.
I was born in Minnesota, grew up here my whole life. She moved here when we were 10 years old.
10 years old on Planted Tree Day, and we met, and we've been best friends ever since.
Yeah, we grew up in Burnsville, so we met at William Byrne Elementary, and we've been best friends ever since.
We've been cooking our whole lives. We've always been passionate about that. We used to like skip out on lunch breaks at school and go home and make food. It was always our thing.
Yeah.
Baking
was a huge thing. My grandmother, Grandma Fox, loves baking, so it was like that natural thing. We grew up doing it, and a lot of our recipes came from her and stuff, so it was just that thing. I was always like the girl who would go into work and bring people like cupcakes or, bars,
Always the baker. So Teresa she spearheaded the recipe development in the beginning. It was Teresa in the kitchen just testing out all the recipes that we knew would taste good, but then just tasting them and
Fell in love with the idea of donuts. Like the rest of Glam Doll is like purely our personalities. We love, dressing up. We love vintage clothing. We love music. We love everything like providing an experience, and that's what like Glam Doll is. It's like kind of our personalities in a donut shop.
Shoved into a donut shop and translated to the masses.
Yeah, right.
And we feel really grateful that people get it, that it did translate, you know?
It's fun, colorful.
We've been very grateful for this wild ride that we've been on.
I mean, the minute we opened the doors, we were still one of the first donut shops to like kind of open up when we opened like almost 6 years ago, and it's been, people have been wildly receptive just because it's a fun, exciting place to come. It's happy. You don't get bummed out getting a donut, and it's colorful, and our staff is so friendly that it just is like happy.
It kind of ebbs and flows. We play kind of whatever role we need to play. That's kind of how it goes.
When you own a business, you kind of have to do whatever. I mean, I do everything from payroll to social media to donut development, and I mean, same with her. It's like, she's a better manager than I am, so she's gonna be better with that.
Working with the people, I'm the artistic eye. Donuts kind of became my medium for my artistic outlet. As we opened up Glam Doll, Teresa and I had artistic backgrounds in a few different things, but donuts, obviously, when we fell for donuts, that became our new artistic medium. And it's endlessly fun what you can do with icing and sugar and.
So we do everything from, decorate donuts to whatever needs to be done. Running back and forth from both shops, making sure your whole staff is happy. I mean, it's kind of it's a 24/7 job, but
we love it.
We love it. When we came up with this idea, it was like written out immediately. Like, we're not just a donut shop that you come in, you grab donuts and you leave. We also provide an experience. So more people will hang out here for a long time, hang out, eat their donuts, have coffee, enjoy the music we're playing, the silly games we're playing, whatever, because we're always having fun. But it's definitely more of an experience, like a visual experience as well. We just make everything from scratch. So like our team of bakers, we've got probably 30 of them, and they just work all night long to make sure these donuts are coming out. We cut every donut by hand. We mix it from raw ingredients to get it to the dough that it is.
We make all of our fillings and icings from scratch. Everything's just based on, the goods, eggs, butter, milk. There's no
fresh
mystery.
Fruits, stuff like that. And I think that's also the difference between Cub Foods. You can go there and you can get a donut, but it's not handmade, it's not fresh. So we do try and do that. First Avenue has always been a huge inspiration for us. We've always loved what they've done, and now we get to make donuts for every artist that plays at the venue. Every time they do a show in the main room, we get to do a donut, a big star donut with their name on it. And so we're still very involved in like the music and art community. We always have a new art show going on at the Eat Street shop every month, and so we get to showcase local artists. It's just really being able to combine your passion for food, art, and Minnesota is such a great place to do that because we have so many people and we're such a tightly knit community. We have 50 people employed here, but all over this street, there isn't one corporate business where there's just some mindless. We're all like business owners working our restaurants. When you support us, you support
your entire
yes,
community. We
but-
live in the community. We're supporting the community. It all gets funneled back.
We get all of our, stuff we can locally, like, Hope Creamery from a local dairy farmer, and it's just so everything when you do that with small business, it just kind of like goes directly back to other small businesses. Just
We'll have bands come to us and kind of lay their dream donut out before us and want us to create it, and that's a really fun thing to do,
exactly. We had the Night Moves Donut, which was a local band, local rock band, and two of the guys even worked here for a while, and they got their own donut created after them. We did one for POS, because he wanted a biscuit donut, so we did a special for him for a week. And
Jeremy Messersmith, he wanted wasabi and coconut.
Yeah. So we've done some weird combos that have definitely been inspired by other local artists.
We try and make as many partnerships with the music community as possible, as they have always been a huge inspiration to us.
Yeah.
And I think food is always a huge inspiration to everyone, so it's a natural relationship.
Yeah. It's been an experience because before, when we started out, we had barely managed anyone. We had been waitresses and working in the service industry. So it's been definitely an ebb and flow over the 5.5 years to like get your groove, but in the end, we're good with people, we're good at communication, and we have like great respect for everyone that like will help us out with this dream of ours. We're not having to deal with things that I know a lot of other women in different industries have to deal with that are male dominated. I don't have to answer to another business, restaurant owner, so like these things, we're in charge, and it kind of shows around here that women are in charge.
We rule the roost.
Walk in, yeah.
We roll with the punches, and finding donuts was really that perfect combination of what our city and community needed and what we had to give to
And
it.
what our business minds could like wrap around it, like something we're very comfortable with. Like food industry, restaurant business, we've been in it our whole lives. It felt really familiar. It was so like, I know how to open up a restaurant. I've worked at ones and opened them up, So as a women's business owner, my advice would be to not listen to people who say no.
Yep. Because people didn't get it in the beginning either. It was Glam Doll Donuts, what? And it was you guys with your background,
isn't gonna work.
really?
A donut shop, I don't get it.
Everyone would do it then if it was as good as you guys were saying,
Yeah, and
but we never took it to heart. It was always like,
No,
shut up,
fine.
we know this is gonna work.
We know this is gonna work. So it's just like, that's where if I would have stopped and listened to anyone telling me no, the hundreds of people that told me this idea wouldn't work out before I opened, we wouldn't be here. And so it's just like,
Keep grinding, just keep doing it.
yeah, and take one step at a time.
Yep. For Glam Doll Donuts, we have 2 locations. One is on East Street in Minneapolis at 2605 Nicollet.
The other one is in Northeast Minneapolis at 519 Central, and both locations are open 7 days a week. We open up at 7 a.m. every day, and we're open till 9 p.m. weekdays and 1 a.m. weekends. So if you're out on a Friday or Saturday having a drink and want a late night snack, we're your gals.